Welcome everyone to DataEndure's Halloween edition of Tech Talk. We've got some special guests roaming around the building, and they may even show up in our Tech Talk here this afternoon. I'm Kirsten Burke, and we're joined here by Shaheen Peruz. The two of us try to tackle different issues, different things that we see going on in the industry every month. So why don't you give everyone an idea of what we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, we thought this special edition in Halloween is really interesting because we've had a lot of challenges in California. And so the topic today was going to don't be afraid of the dark. And hello.
Wow! Here's our first guest, Woody.
Speaking of
Woody
the dark,
Toy Story.
yeah, you shouldn't be so afraid of the dark. Dark's not too bad. Me and my friends love the dark. That's when we get to hang out and have all of our adventures.
That's when you stir up a lot of trouble, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yeah?
Well, that's interesting. That's not the dark we were talking about, but that's very interesting, Woody. Would you like some candy?
Andy? Did you say Andy's here? Oh, I gotta go.
Wait.
Well,
Well,
now that Woody's gone, let's talk a little bit about digital resilience, which is the real topic of today's session. We here in California, we've had a lot of challenges with power. We've made national news. People see us constantly turning off power and trying to solve problems, and it's become a problem not only for home but for businesses when they're trying to figure out, how am I going to keep my business running? Is this round of PG&E's power outages going to affect our office? And if it does, can I continue to operate? And do I have enough power to last 3 days of power outage? It's a new twist on be resilient and be ready that people hadn't really planned for. They plan on there's going to be a brown up, we may be out for a couple hours, but they don't really plan on what happens when the utility decides, in order to prevent forest fires, a great cause, we're going to shut down power for 3 to 4 days. And how do we continue to keep our business running? It's not just about power, though. Facilities and infrastructure is a key component, but there's really 3 attributes to being resilient. One of those is you want to have applications that are resilient, that you don't have bugs in. And
Bugs?
and here comes our next
oh,
Boogie
wow. Boogie Boogie, welcome. Welcome to Tech Talk.
I love
bugs.
Well, I was going to ask you to tell us about bugs, but our people don't really want to live with bugs and eat bugs.
What? But bugs are so good.
I know.
Bugs don't mean to us what they mean to you, Boogie.
Boogie Boogie, thank you for stopping by. You want to have a bug-free environment in your applications, not in your lair. And you want to be able to operate continuously. So your applications are the second component aside from your infrastructure. And then really finally, the key component that everybody is typically thinking about in DR is how you back up and protect your data. And that backup environment is critical to
Backup? Did someone say backup? Burt Macklin here, FBI.
the best FBI agent.
The best
Best
FBI.
damn FBI agent around.
Excellent.
How can I be of
Birds.
assistance?
So what do you know about backup, Bert?
Actually, sorry, getting calm. Janet's stakehold's on loose. I gotta go.
So obviously you have to have all 3 attributes of digital resilience in order to be able to protect your environment and be up. So if you have good solid infrastructure that will keep you up and running in the middle of a power outage, in the middle of a storm, in the middle of a cyber attack, those are all important things to have, but you also need to have resilient applications that are tested and validated for not just bugs, but also are there vulnerabilities in them. And then finally, the backup environment, which Bert so beautifully came in and told us about. and those backups, you have to be able to recover once you have those issues.
So that's a lot to chew,
It is.
right? And so how do you, when we're talking to customers or prospects, what do you tell them? How do you tell them to get started?
So the best place to get started is really get an understanding of your environment. So we offer a lot of assessments to the customers out there, that both prospects and our existing customers, around how to understand what you have, what state it's in, what level of protection you have in place. Are you actually protecting your environment? If you have a failure, can you recover quickly? And then there's one of the key examples is we have a digital resilience workshop that we do for customers, which is the start of a DR and BCP, and it really helps customers understand what apps are critical to them, how quickly they have to have them back, if they're down, what the risk is with the impact of the business. And then we have data assessments, which help you understand what data you have. We have vulnerability assessments. All these are complementary assessments we do for our customers to show our value and to get involved with the customer, and then continue to offer services towards that ultimate nirvana of digital resilience, which simply to us means better be able to survive and thrive in the middle of an attack.
Sure. Well, and I think given any technology or tool or application you have, they're changing so quickly. Nothing is static, nothing is staying the same. And so there's that constant change and constant churn folks have to be on top of.
Absolutely. It's hard to stay on top of the millions of pieces of technology that are out there today. And one of the things we pride ourselves on is to help customers find the right tools for the right problem at the right time, and then help to integrate those in for them. If you look at the individual charts of technologies and logos for a particular category, they're like eye charts these days. You can't see one application from the other. And then to be able to understand even 50% of those apps in a category is a serious undertaking. And so a company like ours, who has the skills and the people to be able to research all these things, adds a lot of value to our customer base.
So managing your data doesn't have to be a nightmare.
It doesn't. It's one of the things that we've done is we spent the time to figure out what tools are best for accomplishing a particular task. And so we're not bound. We're not a manufacturer of technology. So we're not bound by a given technology, and we don't try to sell you an individual technology. We find the set of technologies that solve the problem elegantly, cost effectively, and most efficiently. And by bringing those things together, we help our customers to simplify those things that can be very complex.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of the dark.
I think that's it for the Halloween edition. We thank you to our visitors, to our guests, and have a happy Halloween. Stay safe out there.